Collective, you have officially unhooked your energy from something or someone that was not serving you and never would. The truth of this thing, whatever it is for you, whether it's a person, a relationship, or a situation, the truth of it was revealed to you. The truth came rushing to the surface. And in the moment that you saw the truth for what it was, there was just no going back. That was the moment that you started to unhook your energy from it. And here and now today, I feel like you are mostly, if not entirely, unhooked. So I'm feeling a few different things in your system right now. On one hand, it feels like you're processing the gravity of this change, because it is life-changing. There's no going back. And it's a big deal. It is serious. So it doesn't feel heavy. It's just a kind of gravity, the weightiness, the profoundness of this realization and shift in perspective that you've had. It also is quite an interesting sensation when you unhook from something or someone. So your system kind of needs time to recalibrate. And on the other hand, I feel like there's this growing spaciousness or sense of freedom and levity. I'm seeing it almost as like vines or ivy growing through your system. And there's this kind of quiet resignation I also feel within you, because you're just so sure of yourself. I really don't feel like you're questioning whether you should have unhooked or not. It wasn't even really a choice. I mean, technically it was a choice, but it's like there's no way you could keep engaging with this thing once you saw the truth of it. It's like the decision was made for you, in a way. So there's a real, like, calm, quiet resignation and a sense of self-assuredness. You're telling me, yes, I know I'm walking into the unknown. I am consciously choosing something new because I would rather embrace the unknown than continue to, like, slowly deplete myself, feeding my energy into this thing that you've unhooked from. So the theme of your reading today is number 2, I wonder what will happen next, ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. And number 18, no need to fear, remember how powerful you are. I feel like this is spirit just saying confirmation, basically. You're doing it. You know. You absolutely know deep in your heart and in your soul and your bones that this is what is best for you. And I feel like that little fish with the merman on it looks like he's holding a fishing pole with a red ball. I feel like that's spirit giving you those signs and synchronicities. Like, yes, 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 yes. Keep walking. Keep going the direction you are. You know this is the right path for you. And so just be on the lookout for those little signs and synchronicities that will act as confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. You can ask your guides, ask spirit, your higher self for those signs, and then stay on the lookout for them. They may also come through in dreams. And then at the bottom of the deck is number 35, never jam today. Promises that never come to be, empty words, and not living in the now. This is what you've unhooked from. Whatever it is for you, the primary, I guess, frequency, you could say, that I'm picking up here is manipulation, distortion of the truth. There was some kind of a facade, some kind of false front. It's just distortion of the truth for the purpose of manipulation. For some of you also, a particular situation may have been out of balance and you were trying for a long time to try and fix that imbalance. But the truth that was revealed to you was that the root cause of the imbalance was completely different than you thought it was. Okay, that's just for some of you. Whatever it was, it's just like this horrible, sickly sweet flavor covering up what is real. But now you are squarely in reality, okay? This energy or entity, person or situation, they may still be, I feel like part of what you've realized is that it will never change. Like, it is what it is. You are not gonna fix it. You're not gonna heal it. It's not your job in some way. Okay, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Let's just keep going. Okay, I'm using the green menagerie now. Highest and best messages for the collective. I feel like the more I try to read into the energy of what this is, the worse I feel. It does feel like a dead end almost, which is totally the message. It was a dead end. I'm not gonna keep engaging with it, just like you. Okay, highest and best messages for the collective. What else does the collective need to know or do at this time? 8 of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, okay. For some of you, I feel like the best thing for you to do right now is try something completely new. Just like go out there, do something new. Move energy, move energy. And it's not really to distract you per se. It's just to help you get more firmly planted in the new reality you've stepped into. Don't let yourself, I'm hearing, don't let yourself like wallow too much in what was. You've unhooked, and that was that. So let's move on. Let's keep the energy moving here. Consciously choose to call in fresh energy. Yeah, fresh energy, inspiring energy. Movement is so important. The moon. Move into the unknown without hesitation. Yeah, without hesitation. Or moving towards what your intuition is calling you to do. Page of Cups. Yeah, that's perfect confirmation of that. Look at how beautiful this is. Spirit really, really wants you to move into new territory. You know, sometimes when we're facing the unknown, we think to ourselves, what if the worst could happen? But I feel like Spirit wants you to ask yourself the question, what if the best happens? What if the best happens? Maybe you don't even know how good it could get. Can you open your heart and your mind to the possibility that your life could turn out even more amazing than you ever imagined? Do you feel resistance to doing that? 5 of Cups. Yeah, I was just going to say, a lot of the times when we've relived certain pain over and over and over again, it's hard to be optimistic. It's hard to think, ooh, what amazing thing is going to happen next, because you're just assuming that the pain from the past is going to keep on happening, right? That's totally understandable. If that's you, then this moment in time is the most profound opportunity for you to recognize that pattern within yourself. Objectively recognize that pattern within yourself and decide whether or not you want to stay in that pattern. You get to choose. 7 of Pentacles. This is going back to pause before action, the term pause before action on the main card. Take this moment to reflect on the patterns that have led you here. What patterns are working for you? What patterns need to go, right? What's the primary challenge that the collective's facing? The Emperor. Well, it just feels like fear. Yeah. Fear of what? Eight of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fear that the pain of the past will just keep happening. Yeah. Yep. It's just going to find, it's almost like the energy that you've unhooked from, you're afraid that it will just find a new form and sneak into your life again. It's like the wolf in sheep's clothing, right? It'll find a way back into my life. Is that true? Why would that happen if it did? What is the root cause of that painful pattern, right? What would you have to think and believe to not have that happen? What's the advice? Queen of Cups. The Hanged Man. Oh yeah. Whoa, the High Priestess. Are you kidding me? Your intuition is telling you that this, it's like you've set yourself up, maybe your higher self, however you want to think about it, you have aligned yourself up with this incredible opportunity to completely shift your perspective, unhooking from whatever this is for you. Unhooking from it was the thing you needed to do to clear your energy up enough to see the internal pattern that lined you up with it in the first place. Okay, so like unhooking was step one. Now step two is recognizing how, well, I'm hearing how you walked into engaging with that thing. Because when you change the internal pattern, then it won't happen again. It won't happen again. Even if this kind of energy does come into your life again, if you've healed or changed, altered the internal pattern, you won't engage with it in the same way. It will not have the same outcome. You know what I mean? Okay, very interesting. Clarify the Hanged Man. What is this shift in perspective? 13 on the timer. 6 of Swords. 9 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Well, there's certainly something about what it really feels like and what it really looks like to live for yourself. Okay, this is a really big question. This is a journal prompt I'll leave you with. I'll try to remember to put it in the description box. What do you personally, what do you think it means to live for yourself? What does it mean? What does it look like practically on a day-to-day basis? What does it really mean to live for yourself? I think that's the shift in perspective that wants to happen. Maybe some part of you feels like living for yourself is, I don't know, selfish, or maybe manipulative in some way. There's something about the ways that you manage your own energy that wants to shift. Yeah, I'm hearing running your own energy for yourself first. This was a message that came through for some sign. I cannot remember which sign it was. I don't think it was Capricorn. I can't remember. But it's coming up again now. The shift in perspective is around what it means to really live for yourself and what it means to run your own energy for yourself first, so that whatever you give is coming from authenticity, clarity, and ideally overflow. There's giving from overflow, and then there's giving in a way that depletes you, right? All of these things are what Spirit wants you to contemplate for yourself. Let's get a journal prompt. Speaking of journal prompts. Journal prompt for the collective. Oh, interesting. Okay. Number 52. What are the benefits? What are the benefits of commitment? And what are the benefits of lack of commitment? I don't think I've ever pulled this one yet. What are the benefits of commitment? What are the benefits of lack of commitment? Okay, so there's something to contemplate here around, the idea of like committing to something that's not good for you. Committing to something that's not good for you. Maybe that's what was happening. You had a certain perspective that was making you feel like you had to stay committed to this, or else you were a bad person or something. Something like that. Contemplate these questions for yourself and see where they take you. All right, let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Closing message for the collective. Nourish. The first thing that's coming to me is recover. Recover from what you've unhooked from. Again, you kind of need this time maybe to like recalibrate, take a breath before you rush into fresh energy or let fresh energy in. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. A bright chalice seems to overflow like a fountain over a still life of books, fresh fruit, and other snacks. A single rose in a small vase is beginning to bloom. The flow from the cup doesn't flood or damage the books, but instead symbolizes the stream of wisdom and inspiration present within the books. Consider, you are what you eat. Oh yeah. There are many ways to nourish our bodies, minds, and spirits. Therefore, we need to be mindful of what we put into our bodies, be it what we eat or whatever we consume in mind or spirit. There is the nutrition we receive via food and drink and the benefit of moderation. Then there is the information we take in from the world, from others, what we consume in other ways in the form of art, music, news, and other media. Our cups can overflow with inspiration and wisdom, flowing on to others. But if we're not careful about what we absorb, we can become unbalanced and malnourished. Check the dates on what you consume. Context and nuance are crucial, and some things may be past their prime. Cultivate, sustain, develop, influence. Yeah, try something new, challenge yourself, go outside of your comfort zone. Okay, interesting thing came to my mind as I was reading that, which I'll share with you, and then we'll be done. Whatever you engage with, you're absorbing, you're entraining with. That's why people say, what is it, the top 3 to 5 people you spend the most time with, you become like them. For those of you who know what human design is, it's totally okay if you don't. It's just a system. It's like an energy system. I'm a projector in human design, and one of the things that like pieces of advice that I heard for projectors one time, I will never forget, and honestly, I think it's kind of like good advice for anyone, especially if you're super sensitive or a projector or whatever. And it was this. When you're engaging with someone, ask yourself the question, I didn't come up with this, okay? I didn't come up with this. Would you eat them? I know that sounds really, really weird. But that's what the advice was. Ask yourself that question. Would you eat this person? And I never forgot that, obviously, because it's so unique. But the point of it was, energetically, you are. Whether you realize it or not, energetically, you are kind of consuming them. So, something to think about, okay? You no longer wanted to absorb this, so you've stopped. And your life is going to change as a result of that. So now, maybe contemplate, what kind of energies do you want to ingest instead? All right, everyone, I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll be putting this journal prompt in the description box along with several others, so be sure to check those out. They'll just help you to process all of this and take your inner work a little bit deeper. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.